welcome to Dublin, Ireland. I've had the most incredible day today at Karlswood with Olympic show jumper Kiana Connor, so let me show you what we got up to earlier today. Kiana Connor is an Irish Olympic show jumper. He competed in his First Nations Cup for Ireland at just the age of 19. Cian has gone on to represent his country in show jumping over 120 times, along the way winning bronze at the London 2012 Olympics, a European gold team medal and a European individual bronze medal. Cian has recently completed his Equestrian High Performance Centre, Karlswood, which although I've seen parts on the internet, it was even more impressive to see in person.
Hey Esme, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you. Thank you very much
to Karlswood.
for having me. Thank you.
Sorry the Irish weather didn't disappoint.
That's okay, no worries. I'm used to it in England, so.
Come on in.
Oh, awesome. What a lovely place you have here.
Yeah, we're getting there slowly, but it's coming together. I must say, even in this weather, it still looks well in autumn, all the colours and everything. So we'll start maybe by going through the barn.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we've 20 horses in here, Esme, and cool. Maybe a good few of them are out in the field this morning. But this is a new one actually.
Oh, hello.
Ivan he's called. He came from the UK, from Amy Ingles, and he's a lovely horse. We just had him on the Sunshine Tour in Spain, and he's been jumping really well. So have a little few weeks break now before we head off to Florida at the end of the year.
Nice.
So the routine in the stable would be, obviously every morning we start around 6:30. Check the horses, check all legs, hay, feed, muck out, and then the whole routine starts. We're not a particularly high numbered stable of horses. We only have 20 in this barn, and we're building a new student barn as well. But the whole ethos here is about the care of the horses, everything done slowly, and each horse has, maybe each groom has about 3 horses to look after, so we're quite... I
was going to say, it feels really relaxed in here. It's actually really quiet. I'm used to walking into barns and people are rushing around here, there and everywhere, but no, the horses seem so relaxed.
When we designed the barn, we thought that the tack-ups and the action mightn't be in here, so no music, everything a bit quieter.
Yeah.
And we tack up in the octagonal building, and then we have the spa building where the horses are put away and looked after, so there's calm in here.
Yes.
So I'll probably give you a look at this guy here. He's the star of the stable.
Oh.
Ben got a nice little pony this year, Scarlet's Fireball. He's just back also from Spain. He was competing over there, and it's great to see Ben getting into it. He's only 8, and he's having plenty of fun. So when he comes back from school, he'll probably tack him up and give him a ride for you.
Oh, awesome. Lovely to see him.
Yeah, he's delighted with himself because his younger sister Cara got a new pony, and so this guy got upgraded to the main barn. So it's good because normally Ben didn't muck him out, but he likes to come up here and look after himself. So we're enjoying him being interested. Good boy.
Well, my family are a big fan of grey ponies.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah, we've got 4. So hello, cutie.
I keep buying grey horses, and the grooms tell me, you know, they do come in other colours.
Yep.
They don't appreciate.
It's like you get to a level, it's just like, nope, never again. You always say never again,
cleaning,
and then you find one. It's,
Another
yep. Oh.
Good boy.
Wow, Cian, what a wall you have here. Tell me a bit more about it.
Yeah, we didn't really plan it. We had all the plaques in a couple of boxes, so we thought when we had the new stable that we'd put them in. But it's interesting, actually. I never studied them and looked at them like I am now, and I'm just thinking, look at Hartbury up there. It's almost 21 years ago, and silver medal team there in the Young Rider Championship. So I suppose that probably kicked me off at championship level. And there were some great days. The Grand Prix in Leon, 2009, with a brilliant horse called Rancarado. Grand Prix in Olympia the same year, and probably that's one of my highlights. The Grand Prix in Dublin victory in 2013 with Blue Lloyd. So yeah, I've been lucky to have some great horses, and when you have great horses, you can have great memories.
Yes.
After you.
Oh wow, is this the kitchen?
Kitchen for the horses, all right. Did you think I was going to make you a cup of tea? We can do that later. So this is our feed room, obviously, and Joanna takes good care of this. I want one person in charge of it because the theory is with the stocking of the feed that everything is clean and looked after each day. So each horse has his own menu. We look at that with the nutritionist from Gain Horse Feeds that we work with, and we decide, you know, what a horse needs. If they're out of work, they get less. We like to feed them little and often. We don't give them too many big feeds, and some of them will be fed 4 times a day, and they have the hay board behind you. Nice. Each horse gets different depending on what they need, and then we have...
That is so cool, that slides out.
So that's the cool and easy mix. That'll be 10%. This race horse makes 14% protein, so depending on what their needs are, and then we let the bins go to the bottom, clean them, and stock them up again. So it's an easy way of keeping it organised.
Yeah.
So this is the one you're going to ride later on, Esme.
Oh, awesome.
It's Katie. It's Ruth's horse, so she'll look after you. Oh. You'll enjoy jumping her. Hey, pet.
You're so cute.
Hey, good girl.
Well, we have a joke on my channel that every time I go and ride somebody's horse, it's usually a grey.
No way. Like I said, we've too many greys here.
Yep.
The grooms don't thank me.
Can't escape them. Hey. So do they have their waters and their feeds at the back here?
Yeah, it would be standard enough probably for the waters to be at the back of the stable.
Yeah.
But the feeders normally would be at the front of the stable.
Yeah.
I thought when I was designing the place, a lot of people they load the feeders from here because people have a lot of horses and they can't give them the time for the individualism that maybe we have. And so we try to put them at the back so that the staff have to go in. It means if a rug is loose or a horse had a bang or anything that they can see it. I just think it gives the horses more support, that their grooms are checking them if the feeders are at the back.
Yeah.
This is a very nice 7-year-old mare. Oh. She's called Eliza.
Hello.
It's a German mare. We only have her about 2 months and we're still figuring her out. She's really sensitive, as you can see. Beautiful expression.
Yes.
And she's a fabulous jumper. So I find when a horse comes from somewhere else and they come into a stable, they take a bit of time to relax and to settle, and so it's really up to us to make them relax and to give them an opportunity to trust and to enjoy the atmosphere. And there's a lot to look at here at Karlswood, between statues and different ornaments around the place, so they're getting used to it here. Had a girl.
Oh, wow, it's just absolutely stunning out here. So you've got some paddocks here. Do your horses get much turnout?
Yeah, we really like to put them out a lot, Esme, if we can. We have 20 horses in, we have 10 paddocks, so they all go out for a couple hours every day. Kilkenny, who we just passed there, is on the way in, so he was ridden this morning. Yeah. And he'll go to the spa now, and he has a couple hours in the field, so he rotates. And then the next 2 that are out now, this is a good 5-year-old, this chestnut lad. He's called Gospel, and we actually bought him from the French Young Horse Championships a couple of months ago. I think he's really special. He could be something for the very big sport. He's a great type of a horse. He's got a good brain and he jumps really, really well. So you can see it, despite it being a busy place, there's still a little bit of construction going on over there. They're fairly relaxed and laid back in their paddocks.
They look very relaxed and chilled.
And his partner beside him is Eliza. That's the beautiful grey mare that we saw on the box. And as I said, she's a little alert and a little sensitive. Yeah. And I find by putting her in the field, you're really bringing them back to nature. Yeah. And I think it's important. These horses obviously are well looked after. They travel all over the world, but when they can, to give them their breaks and give them their time and
a bit of downtime.
Yeah, and even to ride in the fields, to go on the gallop, to go for a hack. Just mentally, I think it's so important for the horses that they chill and that they relax and that they really can be horses, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. It's very important.
These paddocks have worked quite well because we thought a lot about the sizes of them. If we make them too big, then these horses who are competing, we don't want them to run. Yeah. And obviously we have some very small ones up there. Maybe for horses that are a little bit wild, they can start in the smaller ones, then graduate to these ones. And we have stallion paddocks or higher paddocks out the far side in case someone thinks they want to pop out.
Yeah. I guess with show jumpers.
That brings me to the new box and the 2 paddocks of Kilkenny's, which you might take a look at.
Yeah. So Cian, how long have you been based here?
Well, Ruth and I bought the property around 10 years ago. And it was always the idea to build a few stables. The concept was in my mind, but it kind of got exploded and exaggerated a little bit. So it took us 10 years longer than we thought before we had the stables up and running. But the horses moved in a year ago, so June 2020.
Oh, not that long ago.
Yeah, and that was the only positive, I guess, about being here and being stuck at home, was that we were able to stay on top of the builders and be around on site as things were being made.
Oh, what a fabulous place you have here. Is this a grass arena over there?
Yeah, that's our Grass Grand Prix ring. We're very proud of that. Obviously, with the weather in Ireland, you need good drainage, so we've constructed that from from new, and it's based on the model of, I suppose, the main arena in Hickstead and Dublin, and also football pitches here. So it's all weather. We can use it all year round. And the horses are having a little break now. They're just back from the Sunshine Tour.
Yeah.
So they're having a bit of a rest, and then they go to Florida at the end of December. So we'll probably use that actually at the start of December to give them a few pops before they go.
Oh, awesome. Is there like a gallop track around it as well?
Yes, it goes the whole way around, half mile.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we can give you a gallop around there later on.
That'd be really cool.
You can go build up a bit of speed on Katie.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to
You'll
that.
enjoy that. This is a new little barn, Esme, that I'm building for Kilkenny.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to have somewhere where he can be pretty much out as much as possible.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's coming together well. It's going to be finished in about 2 days.
Oh, awesome.
Going in, the idea is to give him a big box. We made a stable 5x4, and we designed this ourselves with the idea that the back door could be open, and I wanted to emulate something where Kilkenny was almost outdoors all the time, and that he can decide when he wants to come in. So we've linked it to 2 paddocks. The first is going to be wood chipped. The lads are going to finish it today. And the idea being, Esme, that he can decide where he wants to be.
Yeah.
So he can wander into the grass paddock. We can close it off if we wish. If the weather's bad, he can stay in the wood chip, or probably at night time even, that he can roam between the 3. If the grass is open, he can be out there. And it's funny, you often see horses, even though they have a stable or a shelter, or it's a bit more like a palace for Kilkenny.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if it's raining, they have a nice rug on, they're warm, they actually stay outside, they enjoy it.
My boys are the same. They just, even it could be pelting it down with rain. If there's the option of going inside or being out with the food in the grass, they're outside.
They're not like us, want to be beside the fire on
no,
a windy
definitely
day.
not.
But I just think they travel the world and they give so much themselves. They really jump, like a horse like Kilkenny travels everywhere. And when they come back to Karlswood, we want time easy for them. That they can relax, have grass, go on the gallop. You saw the spa, the salt room. That's all important for me, that when they give so much to us, it's important to give them the rest and recuperation they need, really. That's
awesome. It's so nice that they have, that downtime, that relaxation, that just being a horse, really, is really important.
Yeah, and the whole success, I think, of any professional stable is the staff.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky at Karlswood. You commented earlier about how calm things were. And I think it's all down to the staff. When you have a great group of people, they really know how to keep the horses calm. They're gentle with the horses. And that comes through in the horse's attitude, I think.
100%. So, Cian, I'm assuming that this is a horse walker.
Actually, a lot of people think that, but no, it's a lunge ring.
No way.
Yeah. We actually didn't put a horse walker in on purpose. Like I said earlier on, I prefer the horses go out. We've a 60-acre farm. They can go out for a hack. We've got trails all the way around on the headlands, and they can go out in the farm, put a nice blanket on them, and go for a long walk for an hour. I think it's better.
Yeah.
I mean, we're lucky we have the opportunity to do it with having good staff and having time. But yeah, that's why I didn't put a walker in actually. But I'll give you a look at the lunge ring.
Whoa, I love how airy everything is. It kind of feels like you're outside, but you're not. Yeah,
it's obviously plenty big in here. We put rubber mats on the walls just to be safe, and it has vents in the windows as well. So it's a good big circle. I think it's important actually with any kind of work on a circle that the circle is big enough, because obviously with the joints and everything else, you don't want to cause any strain. And we would lunge some horses maybe twice a week. And some horses that are fresh or a little bit sensitive, we might lunge them for 10 minutes before we get up on them. And then also the younger horses or horses that we're getting going at a younger age would be lunged frequently too. So it's a good working arena that we use quite regularly. So Larry is busy here at work. We're very, very lucky. It's a huge part of our team. And I mean, the old saying, no foot, no horse.
Yeah.
So we really take care, and it's the foundation of everything. You have to have correct foot balance. Each horse is different, and he really takes his time, and he would shoe all the horses here, but over a number of days. So he really is precise with the work that he does. So this is our what we call a spa barn.
Oh, cool.
And they have the main barn where the stables are.
Yep.
They have the octagonal building where they're tacked up, and on the facilities, the tack rooms and so on. And then here we have the spa. So this is Calindra. She's done a bit of work this morning.
Yeah.
It's 2 degrees salt water, Epsom salts and sea salt, and you're basically emulating what we did years ago, is go on the beach. Now obviously it's not so easy and not as safe, so that's why we use the spa after exercise or to prevent injury, or if a horse had a little strain, it's very good to help them recover. She loves it. All the horses, when they get used to it, Fiona's very experienced at it, and the horses get used to her, and they really do well. The same company, ECB, they make this water treadmill, which it's not something I'm very familiar with. The spa I've used for over 20 years, and the treadmill we only have it a year, and we're finding great results in getting horses fit, building up muscle across their top line, and bringing horses back from a break. So really useful tool. Also in here we have the solarium with the heat lamps, cross ties. You can see the farrier is working away today as well.
So in here, sort of, this is where everything happens. This is the sort of more busy area, and it's nice how it's sort of where the horses are in their boxes, it's more chilled and quiet, and there's that separation, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, I suppose when we were designing it, we thought about that the barn was calm.
Yeah.
No music, no noise. You'll often see horses lying down. I think that's nice. Then they get tacked up and ridden, and then this is where they come normally after riding or after the paddock, and they get pampered in here.
This spa room, I've got to say, is very cool, you know. It's so lovely to see how this is all designed, you know, especially for the wellness of the horse, and they seem really happy.
Yeah, no, they enjoy it. This is a kind of a special room, actually.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you this cache in here. Oh, mister.
Oh, whoa.
Hello, boy.
Hello.
So they like it. This is we call it the salt room. So it's releasing salt into the room. The room is sealed. And the idea is that these horses travel a lot. They go to competitions. When they're in the lorry, their heads are up.
Yeah.
And from time to time, mucus can build up. And this is totally natural and safe. And they go in and they really do well in here. Their skin improves. He's very happy to see you.
Oh, hello. You're a sweetie.
Good lad.
I gotta say, I did stay in quite a nice hotel in Dublin last night, but it had a spa, but nothing compared to this.
Yeah, these guys are well looked after, but they're worth it. They deserve all the care they get, and we're delighted to have. That's why we built Karlswood, really, Esme, was to have a centre of excellence where we could take care of horses to very high standard and encourage young people to come here and train and to really, learn about all things equestrian.
Oh, awesome. Oh, this guy reminds me of Joey a bit. You're a bit nosy, aren't you? You want a little look around, yeah.
Curious, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here we have the real champ. What's his sort of day-to-day routine?
Yeah, well, Kenny's had a nice break. As I said to you earlier on, he was 7th at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. So close. We had a time fault in the final round. He jumped double clear there, so he's had a break since then. He's back in work. He's cantering. We'll see him on the gallops later on. Aww. And building up to go to Florida. So his daily routine is he goes in the salt room first thing in the morning.
Yep.
And then he gets ridden. I normally would take him to one of the arenas. We work him, maybe do transitions, light work. This time of year, we don't want to have him really full peak, because you want to build the horse to the championship always, which is normally in August.
Yep.
So this time of year, it's just keeping him ticking over. And then after that, he goes straight to the paddock.
Yeah.
And he stays out for a couple of hours, comes in now, gets groomed. We'll normally go on the spa, then have his lunch. And then the afternoon again, he'd probably go for a walk in hand, and he always goes on the gallop the second time. So he gets ridden twice a day, and it's just for fitness and because we have the time, and I think it really pays off in the long run if the horses are super fit. And so yeah, he's enjoying life.
And he's still so young as well. He's got a big future ahead of him then.
Yeah, he's only 9, so turning 10 obviously in January. And Joanna looks after him full time, so it's like her baby.
Yeah.
And she's been everywhere with him. So yeah, no, we're really excited about him, because we only have him, Esme, just over a year. So it was quite a big step to go to the Olympics. So we're looking forward to next year as the World Equestrian Games.
Yeah.
I have a few big goals still left on my bucket list, and hopefully you can achieve some of them with him.
Yeah. All right, guys. Cian has gone to go and talk to the farrier. So he said to go and have a little look around the tack room. Now I thought I'd give you a little tour, because, oh my goodness, this tack room is dreamy. It even has a chandelier. I don't think many tack rooms have that. We've got all the bridles hanging up. Look how neat and organised this is. We've got some rugs. What's in the drawers or the wardrobe? More bridles. Oh my goodness. Got little bar stools here. We have some plaques, some photos, a trophy down there, and of course, all of the saddle pads. They're all neatly folded as well. We've got some drawers down here with boots. Now this is a tack room. So I was just admiring the helmet collection. I feel kind of bad touching this, I feel like I shouldn't. But how iconic is the Team Ireland helmet. Oh my goodness, it's even got a little bit on the back. So cool. Okay, I need to put this back so he doesn't know I've touched it. There we go. I've not been here. I thought I'd have a little sneaky peek of the indoor, and oh my goodness, it is gorgeous. There's lights absolutely everywhere. There are so many windows, so there are like no spooky corners or anything. It honestly feels like it's getting quite dark now because it's such a cloudy, windy, rainy day, but it feels like I'm outside, but in the best possible way. It's like cozy, but airy at the same time. And I've got to say, you know, there's a full course of jumps out here at the moment because I've heard that somebody's going to be training here later tonight. But it's just gorgeous. They also have a room full of so many different jumps. It's unreal. There's also the clubhouse here behind me where you can watch what's happening in the indoor or in the outdoor as well. And the view from up there is just absolutely incredible. We're now back here with Katie and I'm so excited because I'm going to be riding her today. I'm not too sure what we're going to get up to. Maybe go on the gallops, go in the outdoor arena, maybe even have a jump, not going to lie. A little bit nervous but also very excited, but I'm sure she'll look after me. Oh, you're so cute. Also, look, she has a little Karlswood logo on her ear bonnet. How cool is that?
You must get a lot of different horses to ride, do you, when you go places?
No, it's awesome. Thank you so much for letting me ride her.
So she's, how would I describe her? She's very simple, but she's quite a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's fine.
So she doesn't need that much leg and just feel your way around. Atta girl. So I'd say warm up in here.
Yeah.
And see how you get on and then we can go out in the gallop after.
Okay.
That looks great. It's not so easy to get up on a horse you don't know, Esme.
Yeah.
You look very confident. We could have told people it was Kilkenny.
Oh.
How did she feel?
Good, yeah.
Responsive?
Yeah.
She's also probably a little bit fresh, also just come back from Spain. So she hasn't done a lot lately. Hey, nice. It's great to see how natural you are on a horse. You're not afraid to let them go. You're able to just get up and let her go. It looks great. The horse is relaxing with you all the time.
Hello.
Oh, girl.
Good girl.
It's good fun, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's a bit windy, so they're all a bit sharp in that wind. But she's very happy there.
Yeah.
When you ask her to go forward, you can see the expression on her face. She's like, oh, great.
Yeah.
This is fun. Shall we try a little jump?
Yeah.
Perfect, isn't it? Relax the hands. Good girl. Just relax your hands and don't do anything. Oh, girl. Anxious, a bit fresh, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, that was good. You don't know her.
Good girl.
That was good. Well done.
Oh,
Hey, perfect.
good girl.
It's difficult, isn't it, when you don't know a horse?
Yeah.
You gotta get right up there.
Thank you very much.
No, it's good fun.
It's just building up his muscles, and he's more of a horse. You definitely have to have your leg on.
Keep him going forward.
Yeah. So to ride her, she's really different, but it was really nice to be able to.
But it's also fun for me to see you on her because you rode her with a little bit of leg and she started to relax with it. She really enjoyed it in the end. She went forward and she relaxed.
Yeah. It's just finding, that in between of how much leg she likes, how much holding she likes.
I always say to my students, the hardest thing about riding is timing.
Yeah.
I say, what do you mean timing? Well, you know, when you're learning to ride, you want to see a stride, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's all about, well, how much leg to put on, how much hand.
Yeah.
If I put too much leg on, I get them quick at the front pole or they get strong after the jump. If I don't put enough leg on, especially if you're jumping bigger, you might have the back pole. So you probably hit the nail on the head. That's probably one of the hardest things that we all struggle with as riders, even at the top level, is that timing and how to adjust to each horse. I think it can take, like, certainly for Grand Prix, it can take 18 months really to build a partnership with a horse. It can take such a long time. Had a girl?
Well done. So Cian, first off, I just wanted to say thank you so much for letting me ride Katie. She is such an awesome horse, thank you.
Well, we're delighted to have you here, Esme. The kids got up this morning, they were so excited that you were coming. As I said, I first got to know you through Cara.
Yep.
I had this YouTube channel playing every evening about Joey. I said, what is this? What are you watching? So she said, Daddy, it's Esme, you don't understand. So that's how I got into it, and that's how we got in touch, and delighted you're here.
Awesome.
And Cara is over the moon you're here. Even though she's very quiet, she'll be all chat when you're gone home, I'm sure.
Oh, no, thank you again for having me.
Thank you.
So I thought we'd sit down, have a little bit of a chilled, chatty interview, because last time I actually saw you ride was in 2019. It was in Barcelona for the FEI Jumping Nations Cup final, where obviously Team Ireland were very successful, so that must be one of the highlights of your career. But if you had to pick one, what would that be?
Well, that's hard. Yeah, Barcelona was great because it was our last chance to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics, so the pressure was on.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's something special about jumping on the team. You know, if you do individual classes, obviously it's great. You have individual success, but when you're part of a team, you're behind other people. They're behind you. You're trying to all pull in the same direction, and it creates a great environment. I suppose a highlight is probably my bronze medal in London.
Yeah.
Very special. London is probably as close to home Olympics as we're going to have here in Ireland. And to win a bronze medal there with Blue Lloyd was I suppose an everlasting memory.
Oh, that's so nice. And obviously Karlswood here is just an absolutely incredible facility. What's the story behind it?
Yeah, we wanted to create something, I suppose, at our home. We bought the property, myself and Ruth, 10 years ago, and the idea was that we would build some stables, somewhat of a centre of excellence. It's kind of gathered legs over the years, and last year we launched Karlswood. We opened it last June 2020. And it's been quiet, obviously, with COVID. There's no travel, so things are quieter. But it's allowed us time to finish the place and to really, get it all in order, landscaped, paddocks, all the arenas. So it's now coming together very nicely. We're building one more barn at the moment, a student barn, and the hope there is that people will travel to Ireland, can go to university here, maybe bring their horse, have coaching, and it's all about, trying to coach to perform. We want people that we work with to reach their goals, to reach their dreams, and we're working with some very, very talented young riders at the moment who are on their way to the national team.
Oh, awesome. So definitely lots happening in the future over here. So this next question is actually one that I ask a lot of riders, and it's really interesting hearing their response. And that is, if you could redo one show jumping round again, which one would it be?
Oh.
It's a really tricky question.
It's a good question. And I suppose we think about those things a lot because you know, we lose much more than we win in show jumping. It's the rub of a pole. I suppose I look back to Gothenburg in 2017, and we won team gold, and in the final round, in the first round I was clear, and in the second round if I was clear I won individual gold. And there was a truel bar with 5 strides to a plain grey vertical, 1.65 m. And I can remember the horse Good Luck, he was jumping so well, I was just a little soft with my hand, and he touched the vertical. And that was the difference between gold and bronze. I won individual bronze there with Good Luck. Maybe had I supported him a little bit or just steadied him, he would have jumped it. So I think if I jumped that line another 10 times, I'd never knock it down. So that was one that stands out. But as I say, we're lucky to have the good days that we have, because there's plenty of rounds where you could say, if only.
That's actually really interesting, because when I ask riders this, usually their response is something that they could have done better, when you could also have answered with a round that you really enjoyed and wanted to relive, but also, you know, you won team gold then, so I guess, you know, it was a success in itself as well. Yeah,
just being greedy when it gets to that stage, you know. One pole, I suppose more for the horse.
Yeah.
Good Luck was an amazing horse. He won many Grand Prix, did a lot of good rounds, Nations Cups, clears, and as I say, team gold at the European Championships and individual bronze. I have the 2 medals upstairs beside his saddle and blanket, and yeah, that one little half haul could have given me individual
always
gold.
Always the way with show jumping.
That's the way it is. You can't have any regrets.
So you've been really lucky to travel the world, compete in so many different places. Where's your favourite place to compete?
Dublin's a wonderful show.
Yeah.
I think we all say that as Irish riders. There's something special about it. I mean, we compete weekly at big venues, but to come home, the home crowd, people you haven't seen in years, there's just something rural about the atmosphere, and everyone gets behind it. People who don't maybe even go to horse shows regularly go there as a social event.
Yeah.
And you were there yourself a few years ago, I saw you.
Yes, that's definitely the busiest, most packed show I've ever been to. The atmosphere there is just incredible. So
yeah, it's really good. As an outdoor show, I think Dublin, Aachen is a little bit more. It's a huge arena, maybe less cracked than Dublin.
Yeah.
But the same kind of. You're in awe of the stadium and the enormity of the place. And then for indoor shows, there's nothing beats Olympia.
Yeah.
We were talking about it earlier on. Now it's moved to the new arena, and hopefully it'll be the same atmosphere, because I've ridden there many times and such really fun memories of the place.
Yeah, especially the Christmas spirit there as well.
Exactly.
It's so lovely.
And that's really, it engages people in the sport.
Yeah.
Young people come, kids come as families, they watch show jumping, they get involved, that allows them to go to the riding school, the same as the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
It's raising the profile and trying to get people involved.
So tell me a bit more about your kids, Ben and Cara. They are both, I've seen them ride today, such brilliant little riders,
Yeah, they're having good fun with it, and I can't take the credit. Ruth puts in all the effort to Ben and Cara, because I travel a lot, and she's really done a great job. Ben was away with us recently in Spain and competed there on his pony Fireball. But Cara, I have to say, is absolutely in love with you. This has made her birthday and Christmas all in one. She turned 5 recently, so I say she hasn't slept in the last few nights knowing that you were coming. So thanks so much for coming. We're delighted that you came to Karlswood. And the work that you do is promoting the equine industry across the board, and we'd like to congratulate you on that as well, Esme.
Oh no, thank you so much for having us here today and to film. It's been such a privilege and such an incredible experience as well to ride Katie, so thank you.
Well, you're more than welcome, and when you get up on a horse you don't know, that's not an easy task.
No.
So you did very well.
No, she's very different to my Joey. She was very forward and excitable today, but no, she was really good fun, so thank you.
Cool.
And before we wrap up today's video, everyone be sure to go and follow Cian on his social medias. I'll leave them up on screen and down below. And also, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new or have not done so already, please like and subscribe, as it really does help me out and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time. Bye! Hi Frankie, you are very friendly. That was awesome. That's such a good outro.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, so funny.
Couldn't have planned him there.
That'll be perfect.